So one of the questions comes up with 52 blocks is, oh well, it's just repackaged Panantukan or Pangamot, right? The FMA arts, the dirty boxing from there, or Muay Thai, right? The elbows and stuff. So yeah, we see elbow blocks and elbow covers and elbow strikes in Muay Thai, right? We see the kind of the slicing elbow. We see the kind of coming back, right? We see their guard out there, right? We see that guard out there. We see kind of this type of Trinity block where it's in there, what we call the bull, right? We even see kind of stuff like this where you're double skull and bones. In Panantukan and Pangamot, you'll wind up seeing where like shots come in and you're picking it off, right? And this is up, right? And so you wind up seeing that this comes through. So what makes 52 different than that? The difference is the flow and the flavor, right? So where in Muay Thai, you're just kind of in there, right? Or you're going through and trying to pick this stuff off, right? But there isn't that flow and that flavor the way that you start to see, right? Where you're shuffling the deck, this comes up, and that transition in between as this is through, right? So the 52 difference is as this is here, you have that cape, right? And we're transitioning and opening this back up. So if Jay's throwing, give me like two pieces, right? Pop, pop, right? This is in here. Now, right now I'm doing this so we can see it, but I'm really going to be closing behind that. Bang, bang, right? So now we're starting to get in there, and this can be that elbow cover, right? That cool white guy. So we have that cape, right? We open and we fire this with this cool white guy. So if we're in there, each of these strikes is a block, and each of these blocks is a strike, and behind every strike is a block, behind every strike, or behind every block is a strike. So we go through and we look at this cape coming through, this kind of coming back. So this can wind up being like coming in, and there's that gua sao that we see in like Choi Lei foot, right? But this is a close range shift. If I'm just closing behind that, this is coming through, and I'm coming up with that cool white guy. That cool white guy can be me rising into him and uprooting him, and then going through and start to steamroll him. But it can also wind up being he's throwing multiple shots, boom, boom. He's coming back with his third shot. This is down here, and then we move and we see this. And it's that ability to transition as this is through, and then we're firing. So we have that flow and that flavor. So when we start looking at this coming through and this coming up and this coming down, right? Well, all that is here, cool white guy, right? And we're kind of moving this through. So if I'm standing here stationary, this coming up and his next shot comes through, right? This is up and then down, right? We can wind up looking at that. This is that Pak Sao, all of it, right? And so we can do this on this line. Yeah, he keeps coming. This winds up coming through. This comes in. But I can also just do this where I'm moving forward. Yeah, he comes through and this is up. So I'm trying to get into that other stuff. So it's the flow and the flavor that winds up happening. And this is in here, right? You see the wave hands like clouds in Tai Chi. In 52, we got to basically stay in the workspace. Elbows are inside of the hips. This is where we are. So when we're shuffling the deck, and this is moving through, as I'm moving in on Jay, right? This is one of those things where my hands are active. This is coming through. So I'm going to just kind of steamroll as this happens. So he throws that shot, there's this coming through, this coming in. I'm shuffling this deck, moving this through, picking up with that cool white guy. This is here, there's that sweep. There's all of this stuff. But because every block is a cover, sorry, every block is a strike, every strike is a block, and behind every block there's a strike, behind every strike there's a block, it winds up flowing in a way that we're not used to seeing. And that's what makes 52 distinct from Panantukan or Pangamot, from Muay Thai, from just basic dirty boxing. Hope that answers a few questions.